Hey there, my name's Tracy from Randomness of Rudy, and in this video we're going to talk about Leo and Gemini in a relationship. This is actually part of my YouTube series on the Leo experience, where I take a look at Leo in a relationship with each sign of the zodiac. And so if you haven't seen the first video I did where I go a bit more in depth on what it's actually like to date a Leo, please go back and check that out. Leo and Gemini remind me of the queen and the court jester back during medieval times, back during Old England. This is a very excitable match in that Leo will really appreciate Gemini's intellect. Leo will become excited by Gemini's charm and humor and way with words. And in the meantime, Gemini is just going to be floored by Leo's, presence and beauty and loving nature. And so there's definitely that initial draw that will bring you two together. The question is, how long does it last? Leo with Gemini, while your elements are compatible. Leo is a fire sign, Gemini is an air sign. Your personality traits may throw you off, to be quite honest. Gemini is this energy that's always on the go, mentally, physically, emotionally. Gemini just doesn't sit still for very long. Gemini needs constant interaction and stimulation, and that's fine. And Leo can provide it up to a certain point. And eventually Leo will get tired of having to keep up with that pace. Leo is going to want more affection and attention returned. Leo's going to want these things reciprocated. And Gemini will be able to do that, but only for like a split second. And so as a result, Leo may eventually feel like he or she is not getting what he or she needs out of this relationship. So you want to keep this in mind. There needs to be an equal balance of stimulation, if you will, in terms of the mental stimulation that Leo is able to provide for Gemini, as well as, the physical and affectionate attentiveness that Gemini is able to reciprocate. So this needs to be like, in the contract first thing before you decide to pursue a relationship. When it comes to sexual compatibility, again, you're going to have to work out your rhythms here. Leo is much more passionate, and Leo is probably more serious when it comes to lovemaking, whereas Gemini is not as serious. Gemini is very lighthearted. Gemini approaches lovemaking in a very casual way. If Gemini is the female in this relationship, then she will certainly benefit from lovemaking with Leo the lion, the male. If the sexes are reversed and Gemini is the male and Leo is the female, Leo may not be too pleased by Gemini's inability to stay focused. And so, again, this is something that you will have to be mindful of in this relationship, especially when it comes to sexual compatibility and physical intimacy, okay? You need to understand what is expected so that you can work through any kind of difficulties that may come up in the bedroom. When it comes to your disagreements, this part is interesting. I think this is probably the most interesting part about the relationship, because Gemini is very smart. Gemini is very intelligent. And Gemini will have this really, almost deceptive way or deceitful way of getting one over with Leo. And Leo's not going to recognize it at first. And when Leo does come to the realization that he or she, was bamboozled, Leo's not going to appreciate it very much. And so this is something to keep in mind. Now, the other thing is Leo can be fixed in his or her opinion. And Gemini is one that likes to debate. And Gemini has a very open way of thinking. And so, Leo, you're going to have to be mindful of this. You can't go into an argument saying it's this way because I said so. You can't go into an argument saying it's this way because it should be. Because Gemini is just going to refute you and come up with his or her rebuttal. And you're going to be talking in circles. So learn how to argue fair, Leo, all right? Learn how to get out of a fixed mindset. And Gemini, in the meantime, you need to learn how to actually hear what Leo is saying to you. You know, you receive information, you process information, you acknowledge it, and then you move on. But that's not going to be enough for Leo. Leo's going to want to know that he or she was heard and that you are going to put forth a conscious effort to overcome some of those challenges in the relationship. Okay, so keep this in mind. It's not a let's talk it out, let's finish it, let's move on. It's let's express ourselves, let's come to an understanding. And that's how you both will have to approach your disagreements. Leo, you're going to have to be open and let go of rigid thinking. Gemini, you're actually going to have to sit still, no fidgeting, and listen to what Leo has to say, all right? Outside of these things, it's a fine match. There are going to be some quirky disagreements and obstacles that come up between you, but it's nothing that you cannot overcome. If we're looking at the big picture, Leo will always be entertained by Gemini, and Gemini will always find a loving and supportive partner. And, you know, you can't really ask for much more than that. If you want more information, feel free to visit my website at randomnessofrudy.com. And until next time, good luck.